When police arrested the pair on Monday, they found the siblings living in filthy conditions with 3 chained to their beds.
The evidence is that 3 victims were chained up at the time the police first knocked on the door at the home in Paris. The defendants were able to get 2 of the victims unchained before the police actually entered. An 11 and 14-year-old were unchained as the police stood at the door, while a 22-year-old remained chained to a bed when the police entered the home. Circumstantial evidence in the house suggests that the victims were often not released from their chains to go to the bathroom.
Let's go to Francis Reed in Los Angeles, who's been following those proceedings for us. Francis, neither of the Turpins spoke at that hearing, but what did you notice about their appearance in court, and what were they told?
Yeah, like you said, neither of them spoke, but they sat there kind of, especially David Turpin, quite slumped over in his chair with his hands in his lap. Both of them looked a little dishevelled, although not too dissimilar to how you may have seen them appearing on photos already. At the arraignment, they had the charges read out against them. So as we've already heard, 12 of torture, false imprisonment, countless charges of abuse, and also David Turpin is charged with a lewd act on a child as well. They have pleaded guilty, not guilty, to all of those charges. So that means it will go ahead. We're hearing that the next hearing is going to be at the end of February. So we'll probably find out more about what will happen in the weeks and months to come. Just to give you an idea, though, if found guilty of all the charges against them, they're looking at something like 94 years as a sentence in jail, or life as it will be essentially. So that gives you an idea of the seriousness of it. And police have said as well, this just shows the absolute depths of depravity, of humanity, really. They've said that it's the worst case they've ever seen.
What kind of evidence does the prosecution have at this point, and what specifically will they be looking at?
Inside the house, which of course was in quite a state, as you may have heard, you know, dark, dingy, a putrid smell, they also found hundreds of journals. It was the one activity that the children were allowed to do, to write journals. So police will now be scouring through all of those, which will take a lot of time to see if there's any evidence there. Of course, there was the state of the house as well. As you said, they found the children chained to beds. That's apparently, according to the prosecution, was part of a punishment. And also the state of the house as well, you know, really bad conditions within there. The children were very malnourished, not allowed to eat anything, apparently. Apparently as well, they were taunted with pie. That's one of the allegations put to them, that they were showing children apple pies, but then not allowing them to eat those apple pies. So a long list of things will be discussed and used as evidence, and we'll see in the coming weeks and months exactly how that will manifest itself.